and welcome back to the 4 a.m. report. We continue this week with our episode arc around what we can learn from winning examples of marketing in the last year. So to going into 2022, if there's one thing that you can do, it's like take a look back, take a look at who's done it well, how have the categories changed, and what is it, where's the innovation going to come from? So today I wanted to dive deeper into the subject of newsjacking. If you listen to the previous episode, you will know that the way in which marketing is deployed has significantly changed. The categories that we're looking at are quite different. And one of the things that has proved successful for brands over and over again during the pandemic and, certainly further into 2021 is newsjacking. Marketing is no longer a one-way broadcast only sort of model. It's that agility, being able to get involved in conversations, do it fast, that sort of thing is what stands out on social. So I think this year brands, and it's easy to assume that the brands in question are always like the big enterprises, and the B2C brands like the fast food chains certainly do it well. That said, those are not the only brands that have newsjacked effectively, that have made it their purpose to get out there and get social. So there's a few that we're going to speak about. This is the panel of judges that we had at our event to go through these categories. We've got with us Andrea Henry, founder of Henry Business Law. We have Darian Kovacs, founder of Jelly Marketing. We have Megan O'Neill, founder of meganoneil.ca and performance coach. We've got Martin Waxman, instructor in digital education and PR expert. We've got with us as well Mohit Rajhans, media commentator and founder of ThinkStart. And we've got with us Rohini Mukherjee, vice president at Narrative PR. And in this category of newsjacking, obviously there were some of the bigger names. There was like Bernie Sanders and the mittens that he had, which, became every brand used that. And eventually Senator Sanders' own team got involved and, raised funds for charity. But that said, special mention to like one of the Canadian entrants in this category, which was Ottawa Public Health, who created the character Bruce. And if you don't know that story, we have plenty of reading on the subject. But that's a small municipal level government account, and they've done some amazing work in newsjacking. So really take a look at this and think about it. The next time you feel like you're coming up with nothing on a creation front, take a look at the headlines, take a look at what other people are saying, join a conversation, and newsjacking is definitely here to stay, and learning how to deploy it is an excellent idea. Enjoy.
Welcome to the 4 a.m. report. Let's face it, we all have to market. Large or little, it's harder than ever to stand out in a cluttered space of one-size-fits-all and copycat marketing moves. Welcome to the 4 a.m. report, a micro-podcast that brings you valuable conversations with people on the marketing dilemmas keeping them up at night. Here are your hosts, contrarian marketers and creative clutter cutters, Susan Diaz and Will Lamont.
So if we had to start with categorizing, Will, maybe one of the categories to focus on in keeping with our heritage is newsjacking. Should we say best newsjacking by a brand?
I like that a lot. Because something that we find really delightful is when the big brands do go on Twitter and play with each other. Remember there was that monolith that appeared in the middle of the desert, and everybody was like, what is Utah this structure? And then so many brands were going on, and someone turned it into like a McNugget. Someone turned it like the brands had fun with it and had fun with each other. And that happens over and over again. And I personally, I love that sort of stuff. Like the Kevin Perron, Ottawa Public Health, that was a really fun planned moment in newsjacking / comedy.
We have a total of 10, as we said, categories. And we're first going to throw it to Rohini Mukherjee and Martin Waxman, PR specialists and royalty of reputation. Come up on stage, say hello to the people.
Hello.
Hello
so
out
happy
there.
to be here. Yeah, me too. And wow, it's pretty exciting. It almost feels like we're all together.
We're doing our best, Martin. It needs a little bit of
and we got all spruced up for the evening and everything, right? So
we totally did. All right. So the two of you will now take us through the first three categories of the night. Can't wait to see what wins, you guys.
Okay, so our first category is newsjacking moment of 2021. This one is an interesting category, isn't it, Martin? I feel like there was a lot of idle time with all of us sitting at home. And so we were probably watching and listening to and reading the news with a lot of curiosity, and brands and entities and celebrities jumped on the bandwagon to take advantage of that, sometimes, with great success and humor, and sometimes in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It comes down to that one little key thing: judgment, knowing when you can insert yourself into a story and when maybe it's not such a good idea. But there were some pretty creative newsjacking moments this year.
Lots of really good ones. So let's look at the nominees.
Okay, and now it's over to me to introduce the winner here. No favorites on my part. No, the winner is Bernie Sanders Mittens. And I was trying to newsjack this particular moment. I didn't do it really well. I'm actually wearing two different colored mittens, but are slightly different. Anyway, they're gone now. But Bernie Sanders, congratulations, Senator Sanders. You didn't win the race for the presidency, but hey, you won the race for the memency. Is that a word?
I love that. It was so good. It was such a good moment. I'm sure he did not intend to be anything of a meme, but it was brilliant.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're losing sleep over a marketing-related problem, let us know. Drop us a line at cp.digital. Sweet dreams. Well, hopefully.